Bitcoin, should we be talking about Bitcoin, or should we also be talking about other cryptocurrencies? I think last time you were here, there were other things in the mix. There were Dogecoin and these other ones. Also, there was the whole Ethereum incident that happened. Can you just talk on that? And is Bitcoin really the gold standard? Should we put all of our weight behind that and really get that in the public domain before we start worrying about other cryptocurrencies?
I think it's a mistake to look at cryptocurrencies as a zero-sum game where one has to dominate over the others. And I think that kind of reflects the attitude we have with national currencies, where it is a zero-sum game and they compete on that level. Cryptocurrencies evolve in multiple directions, and some of them specialize for some functions and some of them specialize for other functions. And when they specialize in one area, they automatically despecialize in another. That's part of the trade-offs. So in my opinion, Ethereum and Bitcoin, Ethereum is another system, specializes in doing very flexible smart contracts, which are used to establish a sort of digital form of law or complex financial instruments that are executable on the blockchain. By doing that, though, it has a very different rate of development, a very different security model, and it has to make some trade-offs. So it's not that good at some of the things that Bitcoin is good at, and vice versa. I don't really see them as competitors. I'm writing a book about Bitcoin now, due out next year, called a book about Ethereum called Mastering Ethereum, to complement the Mastering Bitcoin book I did. I spend most of my time in Bitcoin. It is absolutely the most secure, robust, and largest system there. But it's not at the exclusion of other systems. There's a big ecosystem.
Investment Club. Today, I consider it the best investment that I've ever made. We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs. Personally, I'm completely blown away by the quality of these projects, and I know of nowhere else where I would be given this same opportunity. Each week that passes, I feel more appreciative of the fact that I'm a member of this group. The vibe was just tremendous. Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical, magical. Take action. Don't take my word for it. Due diligence you need to do. And I really hope that someday down the road I see you in the club. It far exceeded expectations, without question.
With hundreds and hundreds of alternatives based on sometimes the same recipe as Bitcoin, sometimes differentiated in different ways. And I find them all interesting. I study all of those different systems, and each one has unique characteristics.
Okay. Did Ethereum have a security problem? Did they get hacked? Did some things go wrong?
Yes. Yes, and yes. Ethereum itself, no. Some of the things running on top of Ethereum. So just like Bitcoin, it's not the Bitcoin that gets hacked, it's the ecosystem around it that gets hacked. In the case of Ethereum, it was a specific contract called the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which was running on Ethereum.
The DAO.
That got funded a bit too exuberantly when the technology wasn't mature enough. And one of the things about these currencies is that their security problems come attached to a honeypot of money, right? And so, sometimes companies have security bounties. They'll say, we'll give someone $10,000 if they find a bug in our software, right, for competitions to encourage experimentation. Digital currencies are a bounty themselves, and so they encourage people to attack them. And as they get attacked, there may be some losses, but they get better at security. So the DAO created a slightly too large honeypot for the maturity of the system at the time, and it got attacked. And that caused kind of a wave of disruption in Ethereum that still persists to this day. And it's caused a number of adjustments to the software.
Okay.
But that's part of the growing pains, I think it's naive to assume that these things get crushed by problems. Their process of maturing, the process of maturing this kind of digital evolving system involves stumbling, getting up, and getting better, right? And if you think back on the early days of the internet, there were times when a denial of service attack could take down Google for a few hours. Now Google doesn't go down, ever. just as an example. Is that because they don't get attacked? No. It's because they've been getting attacked non-stop since 1997, and they just get better and better and better at defending and being resilient. And the same thing applies to these systems.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.